Sorry, this is going to be fun. Hey guys, welcome to a brand new Q&A video. I've been wanting to do these for a while. We haven't done a Q&A in a long time, which is very sad. But there's a whole bunch of you that's new here on the channel, and I thought, what better time to do a brand new Q&A than now, because all of you must have some burning questions for me. Probably not, but let's just say that you do. Now, I was thinking before I started this that I might not answer questions that I have answered in the previous Q&As, but since a lot of you guys are new here, that might not be the fairest thing to do, so I will be answering them, but a bit quicker than usual. And I do encourage you guys, if you haven't checked out our previous Q&As, then definitely do so. Boop! Right over there. Yeah, it's there. Check it out over there. Let's answer these questions. So, starting from the top. Steph Alchema, I'm sorry if I messed up that name, dude, asked, what's your first short film? So I have answered this before, but my first short film was actually a school project in the 8th grade. Yeah, it was a 2-minute silent film. It's not anywhere to be seen for good reason, because it sucks. Mystic, not a question, but he says, nice haircut. Thanks. I really appreciate that. Made my day, you did. Moving on, we have, my buddy Chris George from Watch Chef asking, question, if a train is traveling 50 miles in a northerly direction and a bus is traveling 30 miles, joking. Well, thank goodness you're joking, because I would have messed that question up. But serious question, what's your goals to complete by end of this year? Very interesting question. Well, my goal for the past, year or two maybe, has been to get to 10,000 subscribers, and I realize we only have, about a month, 2 months left of this year. Getting to 10,000 seems a bit impossible since we are not even close to 9 yet. But hopefully, maybe. We are close to 9, but hopefully, maybe, if we push it, we can get to 10,000 by the end of the year. But at the end of the day, I just want to have fun. And I'm having so much fun recently with the video essays and the new types of videos I'm making. So the goal by the end of the year is to just keep having fun, keep making videos, and hopefully, if it works out, get to 10K. Detroit Productions ask, Halloween is coming up, any tips on making horror shorts? Well, funny thing actually, here in Cape Town, South Africa, we actually don't really celebrate Halloween as big as it is in America, but as it comes to horror shorts, everyone enjoys a good horror short. And I really haven't made a horror short film. I don't think I've made anything close to horror. But as for tips, I would say the things that scare me the most is realism. So if you were to have a big CGI monster chasing someone, there's only this certain amount of scare quality that you can get out of that, because at the end of the day, when you put that off, you know that, or even while you're watching it, you realize that it's a fake monster. It's never really going to come after you, so there's not really much of a scare factor there. But when it comes to something real, such as maybe Scream, which is a thriller, but not really a horror, but more of a thriller, but horror elements, that has more of a scare factor for me personally. So I would say go for realism. Also, lighting, cinematography is a huge part, and don't forget sound design. Sound design in horror films is essential. I think A Quiet Place kind of proved that to everyone who didn't think so. But when it comes to your music, don't go for a generic soundtrack that's all those jump scares and stuff. Go for something more particular in your taste. Make sure the sound is on point. Make sure that your actors are good. Light it in a creep and creepy way, so as to make sure that everything looks gloomy, dark, and scary and serious. Because if you light everything bright on a happy day out in the middle of summer, no one's really going to feel scared. But if everything's dark, cloaked in shadow, people might have some fright in their bones. And yeah, that's as much as I can say about horror shorts. Moving on to the next question. What's your camera gear? Also from Steph Alchema. Camera gear, to go over it really quickly, since I have before. Right now I'm recording on my Canon EOS 700D with the, what lens is that? 18 to 55. Right here, down here, if you can hear me. It's just a bit too close. Let me move back. The Rode Video Micro I'm using, and right now I also have a light here from Young Nuo. I forgot the exact model of the light. But yeah, that's a light from Young Nuo. Basically my camera equipment. Darian Aguilar. Hey, Darian, how you doing, my man? Thank you for the preset color grading files. No problem. But filmmaking channels are dying. And that's all he said. Filmmaking channels are dying. Very prominent statement. Very prominent statement. Filmmaking channels are dying. That is an interesting thing to say. I think that they're not dying, but I do think that there are a lot more than there was at the beginning. I think at the start it was dominated by Film Riot, and then more and more started popping up, and now there are tons of filmmaking channels. And that's part of the reason why I think it's so hard to get recognized if you're just starting out with filmmaking, because whatever you've said, I can guarantee you there's been another video that came before yours with way more views, way more subscribers, way more likes, all that stuff, that said it before you. So it's hard to be original when it comes to filmmaking advice, filmmaking tutorial videos, because there's so many bigger channels pushing out content. And a lot of the times the bigger channels will push out content that your content is probably better than. You probably make content that's better than the big channels. They'll put out something simple, something so easy that you think, what's the point of making a video? But they'll make millions of views off of that. And everyone will eat that up and say, oh my god, that's the most brilliant thing we've ever seen. Whereas you might be putting out content that's new. And while it may be hard to be original, you could be saying things that matter, but you're not getting the views. So I think what he means here is filmmaking channels are dying, is that it's hard to start a filmmaking channel now, but don't let that discourage you. If you love filmmaking, if you want to make tutorial videos, keep making it consistently, put the most effort you can, up your production quality. Just take pride in your work, and I can guarantee you the views and the subscribers will come along with that. What's the worst film you ever saw in your entire life? From Ziltrag Productions. What's the worst film I ever saw in my entire life? That is a hectic question to ask, dude. I might need to take a sip of my water. I can't, whenever you put me on the spot like this, I can't think of the films. I mean, the easy answer to say is Batman and Robin, because that's a pile of crap. But I really can't think of anything. I'm sorry, man. I can't think. There's a lot of bad films these days. Smartin Films asks how to get over writer's block. Writer's block is something that I experience quite often, unfortunately. The way I try to get over it is that I would say something cool, like I go and watch movies and I get inspiration, but it's really not that. I find that I just snap out of it eventually. I mean, I struggle with it for a while and suddenly, boom, one day it's just, I'm back into it. I don't know, it's usually one idea that triggers it. I could have no ideas for a month and suddenly something will just trigger me and I'll get, boom, an idea, and suddenly I'm off. And I'm writing and I've got ideas. And when you have that, it's like pure electricity through your veins because you've got ideas flowing in on a constant basis. And it's a really nice feeling to have after you get out, after you've experienced writer's block. So I would say, don't give up, just keep looking. And hopefully you'll get that one idea that sparks you back into existence. Ziltrag Productions again asks, what's your favorite thing to do in SpiderMan PS4? Here's the thing about me, guys. I really don't play games, okay? I probably play one game every 9 months or so. Turns out that one game was SpiderMan PS4, and I absolutely loved it. I thought the story was fantastic, the motion capture work was brilliant, the voice acting was amazing. And my favorite thing to do in SpiderMan PS4, as everyone's favorite thing is to just swing around the city and feel like Spider-Man. What happened to the short film you were making from the Scully? The short film I was making. Damn, what a question. Really making me dig deep here. That short film was a passion project. I unfortunately wrote it to be too ambitious, and when I did make it, I had a lot of trouble finishing it, although I forced myself to finish it. And at the end of the day, I really was not happy with it. It was disappointing to see that, but and especially since I poured all of my effort into that one short film. But immediately after that, I wrote another one, and I've been keeping this under the books in case this thing falls apart as well, but hopefully it won't. So I wrote another one, and I want to be making that soon, before the end of this year, and also release it before the end of this year, or maybe early next year, but before the end of this year. So hopefully my mistakes, I can learn from them, and I can move on and make an even better short film than that disappointment. Toma Jules Stein, I think. Would you ever consider making After Effects tutorials? Again, if you wonder what's happening with me in tutorials, check out the Reds Effects vlog. But I have, I think, 2 maybe After Effects tutorials on my channel right now. But yeah. Small Town Cinemas. Here's a question. If you could create a comic book movie with a huge budget, which hero would you make it about and who would you cast? Damn, that is a good question. Small Town Cinemas. Always getting the good questions, you know. A huge budget, so I have a huge $1 billion, okay, maybe not $1 billion, but I've got a huge budget. I can cast whoever I want. And again, my brain is blanking. This is a great question. Don't do this, Uwais. Okay. I love I think there's so much someone can do with Spider-Man, really. And I know that they are making Spider-Man films now. But I feel like with Homecoming, there were certain aspects to that movie that I really loved, and the minute I got excited about it while watching the film, suddenly they stopped. And I feel there's so much cool stuff to do with Spider-Man, but at the same time, I love what Gotham is doing with their superheroes and their formula. And I've actually made the video essay on Gotham, which should be coming out soon after this video. So I would probably make something, if I were to pick one hero, it would be about Spider-Man. And I would make a Spider-Man film that gives you exactly what you want. You want to see cool swinging. You want to see cool saves. You want to see like 15 villains in one. Okay, not 15. You want to see a cool Spider-Man movie. But I do think that Spider-Man is kind of oversaturating the market right now. I mean, we've got a cartoon coming out, or animation, sorry, coming out. A game that just came out. A new Spider-Man film that's coming out. Venom that's out. So I would probably pour all of that budget into Gotham, really. Something like that, where you could develop your own show with your own set of characters that you can keep bringing back into the fold over and over and over again. And yeah, I would have put that huge budget to a TV show and make it the best TV show regarding comic books that you could ever see. Phineas Films asks, hey Phineas, how you doing, my man? I have a question. How do I make a trailer for my channel that gets people hooked and wanting to subscribe? I have an old channel and I want to try and get some of those subscribers over to my new channel. Any answer would be greatly helpful. Well, Phineas, my channel trailer is actually a joke. I made a parody to the Legends of Tomorrow intro with my channel trailer, and for some reason it worked. When it comes to you, I would say that you should make a video on your old channel telling your subscribers about your new channel, and then play that channel trailer that you make inside that video so they can get, interested, and then obviously link your new channel. When it comes to a channel trailer, I would say write a really snappy piece of dialogue. So write about maybe half a page of introduction and make it funny, add some jokes, but don't make it long. Make it about under like 30 seconds to a minute. So write about half a page, or maybe even a page if you speak fast, and work on that page. And basically in that page, just describe your channel, describe what you want to do in your channel, what type of videos you make, what kind of things you like, and add some jokes, add some flavor, your personality into it. Record that narration, overlay video clips from your channel and some funny clips, whatever you want, and a good music track, and you have yourself a good channel trailer. That's really all that it takes, but I can't stress that enough. The narration aspect, what you write, is really important, so nail that and you'll have a brilliant channel trailer. We have one last question from Max over at Hit Film Academy, who says, what is a good recommendation for a mic? That sounds good. Well, thank you. I think my microphone is pretty good as well. Well, as I said, I use the Rode Video Micro. It's really the best microphone I can think of, especially if you're making YouTube videos, because it's small, it's not very expensive, it's actually quite cheap if you think about what you're getting for it. And I think it sounds better than most other microphones, like the Rode Video Mic Pro would be way more expensive than this, but I think this even sounds better. You get a free dead cat with it. And yeah, plug it right into your camera and you're good to go. So the Rode Video Micro. Also, that over there is a good microphone for a condenser microphone if you're doing narrations. Rode NT USB and the PS something arm. I don't know what it's called, but that is brilliant. I record all my narration and voiceovers with that. So depends if you're into booms and like this one works. If you're into narration and condenser microphones, that one works. Rode is amazing. They have good prices, good quality, and fantastic customer service. Sponsor me, Rode. And that is it for the Q&A. Thank you guys for submitting all of your questions. I had a ball of a time answering all of them. One thing I want to mention before we sign off, if you do like the music I used in this video, this is actually from Artlist, which is a fantastic website. Check out them in the description down below. I have a special link which gets you 2 months extra on top of your subscription. So if you're interested in that, check it out down below. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Have a fantastic day. Leave a like, share, subscribe. Get us to that 10k so we can meet our goal. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.